Egodeath on ayahuasca is one of the most talked about parts of the experience with the medicine, but also one of the most misunderstood parts, because people hear that phrase, egodeath, and very often they imagine something almost mystical, like you drink the medicine and then suddenly you dissolve into light, into love, into oneness. And yes, these type of experiences sometimes happen on the medicine, but that is not what most people experience first when drinking ayahuasca. What most people experience is actually a type of resistance, because the ego is not just a concept, it actually attaches to your sense of identity. It is that part of you that says, this is who I am. This is how I function. This is how I stay safe. This is what I do for love. This is who I need to be in order to be successful. All of those things are programs. They have nothing to do with who you truly are below these programs. And so when that starts dissolving, it doesn't actually feel peaceful in your body. It actually feels like you are losing control. There is often this moment where you think, I am disappearing. I'm literally losing myself. And that urge to hold on to something. And that is that moment where fear comes in, because the ego actually interprets surrender as danger. But here's what actually is happening. Nothing real is being taken away from you. Everything that is dying in that moment is actually what you have constructed to survive. And in that moment, that is softening. It's the roles, the identities, the stories, ways in which you navigate life. And truly, without those, you don't know who you are anymore. And that can feel extremely uncomfortable. But it is also incredibly revealing. Because when those layers drop, what actually remains is not emptiness. What comes to surface is awareness. It's presence. It is something much quieter that lives within you that is actually really stable. And this is the paradox of it all. People think that egodeath means losing yourself. But what it actually does is that it shows you that you are not only the identity that you have been holding on to, that you have been constructing over the years, based on your habits, based on your preferences, based on what you reject. You are something deeper than these things, something that exists when all that story disappears. Now, to access that, you just have to let go. And that letting go is that part of you that feels like dying. It is not physical death, but it is psychological death. The death of control, the death of certainty, the death of a version of you that needs everything to stay the same in your life. And once you are allowed to move through that, something within you will shift. You will come back to your life after this ceremony and you will feel differently. You will have less attachments. You will have less reactivity, because reactivity is always based on the patterns. And you will feel less defined by these patterns. So egodeath is certainly not something to chase, but it is not something to fear either. It is something to understand. Because when you understand what is actually happening when you are in a process of an ego death, you can move through it with more trust. And that will change your entire experience, not just in a ceremony, but also in your life. Because this approach of openness, curiosity, you will be able to bring that into your everyday life and stop showing up for yourself in such rigid ways. Allow to treat life as a university. Much like a ceremony with ayahuasca is a university of self. And when you maintain that mindset and bring it back to your everyday life, that is where true transformation lays. Because you're able to integrate the experiences that get embodied on ayahuasca like an ego death back into your everyday reality. And that is just beautiful.